Hey, I'm Peggy Hill, and this month I'm here to answer all your frequently asked questions about the real estate market. So one of the questions that we get asked a lot is, especially with all the bulldozers around Simcoe County, people are often worried that they're going to affect the value of their home. So the answer to that is they're not all coming on at the same time. So as long as they come in phases, and the market will absorb that inventory, it should be fine. Now, if hundreds come on at a time, yes, obviously it would affect the value of your home at that particular moment as you wait for those homes to sell. Also being asked a lot right now, when is the new impact assessment coming out? And from what I've understood, they are going to come out next year. They are going to base things on values from January 1, 2023, and then they phase them in over the next 4 years. So whatever your home was worth January 1st, 2023 will be phased in the next 4 years. And on top of that, what does it mean to you? Why should you care when your house is being reassessed? So the only reason it matters, aside from it's kind of cool to know what your house is worth at that particular point in time, is that your assessed value multiplied by your township's mill rate is what determines your taxes. Now, effectively, if your home has gone up 50%, as most people's will, between 2016 and 2023, your mill rate should also be reduced by 50%. So will you see an increase in your taxes? Yes, we've been seeing increases in our taxes all along. However, will they double? No, they can't. So it's not fair to say it's dollar for dollar. Many times people will ask, well, what's the difference between an assessed value and market value? So assessed value is a snapshot of your home as of a certain date. So this year it'll probably be January 1st, 2023, but you have to remember, MPAC has never walked in your home. They don't really know your upgrades. And market value is what a buyer is willing to pay at a specific time. So if you have an overly upgraded home, chances are it'll probably have the same assessed value as your neighbor's home, which isn't as upgraded. However, because they don't enter your home, that value isn't true as to what the market will dictate. Homes that are upgraded still get more money, depending on the upgrades. So obviously, if you have a swimming pool, they know you have a swimming pool. They would adjust for that. But it's not necessarily market value. Market is what a buyer's willing to pay at that particular time. And if you have a really great realtor that can get enough eyes on your home, that's how you're going to get the most amount of money for your home. So here we are. I want to give you an outlook of what fall 2023 is going to look like. It's going to be a little quieter than we're used to, but for those of you who have had your homes listed in July and August, you've already felt that. We've already felt a slowdown. Once the Bank of Canada starts increasing rates, we start to feel it almost immediately. We didn't feel it as much in June or July because there were still a lot of pre-approvals being worked through the system. However, August was quite quiet. September will be equally as quiet. October will be quiet. It will probably stay that way until the Bank of Canada finally decides to start lowering rates. Are we going to drop, 50%? No. Are we going to drop 10? Probably, because we went up 10. Initially, when February 2022, when we peaked, that year, we dropped almost 35 to 38%, depending where you were in Simcoe County. So we kind of bottomed out October, November, which we probably will again this year. But guess what happened in January? Things started moving up. February prices went up a little bit. So our prices today are the same as they were a year ago. So we've kind of just laid flat and we've just been able to move forward. So next month, even if the prices drop a little, our prices will still be flat because last October they also dropped. So I think we're probably going to be in this holding pattern for a few months. And once the rates start to move downward, we'll probably see an increase in home values again. And when do we expect rates to start moving downward? Well, isn't that the magical question? It won't be this year. That's pretty much a given. I imagine it'll be by middle of 2024 when you start to hear, the Bank of Canada making some kind of move. And again, all these moves they've made so far haven't even been felt into the system. So rest assured that things are not always going to be moving up. There will come a time when the rates will begin to fall. We probably won't see it this year though. So in a nutshell, the market is flat. If you bought last July, you're sitting exactly where you were this July. If you bought last October, you're probably going to be sitting exactly where you were this October. That's the market in a nutshell. And I imagine we're just going to hold steady. Now, if you have anything more specific or you want answers to more specific questions, please put them down below or call us at 705-739-4455 or email us at info@peggyhill.com. We'll be happy to answer them.